Google Sheets has this awesome functionality that allows you to return data based on user-chosen parameters in this other table. So for example, here I'm showing everything where the start date is after the 1st of May, and paid, this is ticked. This says true. If I untick, then you can see that it changes. Now, in columns to show, I can choose the ones that I want to. So I could revamp this completely, and I could say I want first column B, and then column A, and then column E, and then column D, etc. And this will show it to me in this order. I can choose a sort column. So here I want it, say, sorted by quantity. So I'm going to say C, and I want that descended. So it's showing me here. And if I add in the quantity column, which is column C afterwards, we can see that it's done that. It's sorted in that way. Now you can choose either from a drop-down list for region, for example, or by typing in like that. That gives me no overlaps. But if I delete these, then I have one. Now let me delete this, and then I have a quantity minimum. So I could say that I want only things from 15,000, and look how it's filtering the others out. I could have paid. I'm going to delete that, and then it's all of them. Or false would be the ones that are unticked. And here I have a contains. So if I get rid of everything, I have Chris, and I have 2 different Chris's as customers. So it would show it to me there based on the code that does. And here is some reference guides. So let's build this. My name is David Bonham, and I have tons of videos on my channel about Google Sheets, Excel, Power BI, PowerPoint, Zoom, Teams. If you're using tech at the workplace, then I'm covering it on my channel. So subscribe if you want to see weekly videos on this kind of stuff. So let's go into the build. So here I've set up the raw data with just the column codes and ref A until H. And here are the filter parameters. But I'm going to write the code that lets us do this. So what we need to do here is use the query function. Now the query function is the most advanced function that exists in either Google Sheets or Excel, in my opinion. It takes 3 inputs, so data, and then query, and then headers is optional. So data, this is your source data. That's pretty straightforward. You can even give it more space if you want it to potentially grow. And then query, this will be stuff that you write, a query that you write using SQL-like code in order to deliver you the output. So in speech marks, if I do select star, this will select everything. And then I'm going to close my brackets there because the last one is optional. And it will give me just all of this data like this, as is, same as above. Now you can say other things. So I can say select A, comma C, comma G, comma H, and then it will give me just those columns. Or I can add in some filter criteria using where. I could say where G equals, and then in single quotations, equals M for male. And then it will give me only the males. Let's include column G so we can see that it's just gender is male, like that. So this is essentially it. You can then also add in a way to order it. So I can say order by, and then let's say order by C, because C is the quantity column, and now it's ordering this way. But I can say order by C, DESC, and then it's descending. So effectively, this is what we need to do to get it to work. But now we're going to adapt it slightly so that the parameters are going to fill out the code here. By the way, before I continue, I have a very, very elaborate video on all of what query can do on my channel that I'll put a link to in the description below. So if you are interested in taking query a lot further than I cover in this video, then that other video is definitely for you. But let's do some clever formulas to let the code go here. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to actually cut it and delete that. And instead of that, I'm going to refer to this cell here. And initially, there's nothing there, but I'm going to paste this here, and we'll see that the query still works. So essentially, this is going to be our query tool, and we're going to refer to the query that is written out here. Now, this is going to be a formula that combines things here in this sort of order. So now we're going to write the code that delivers into here. Now we're going to do this column by column, essentially, for the ones that can be chosen. And we're going to give options that if they're left blank, it still works. Otherwise, it will always take that. So firstly, we're going to do a formula that says equals if this equals speech marks, then return speech marks. Otherwise, return this. And just to show you what that does, no, I don't want this. This will return nothing if it's not filled out, but once it's filled out, it will return that. But I want this to go more into this kind of arrangement, so I need to say after where I have the column letter, and then I say equals, and then it needs to have single quotations around it. So taking that a little bit further, instead of K3 here, I need to say if false, then return in speech marks. This will always be B equals 2, and then single quotations, and then double quotations to go from text back into formula, and is what joins text to cells in Excel. So where B equals that, and then and that, and then I need to do an and then another speech marks, single quotations, speech marks again. Might seem a little bit strange, but this is the way that you have to do it. So where B equals that. So next let's make this refer to this one. So I'm going to need to write equals and then put all of this in brackets. But over here, I need to replace this with speech marks and then I'm going to click here and then and again, speech marks again. So now it's referring to all of them where that one is France. Now just to show you, if I drag France in here, then it appears like that. So this is the basis of what we're going to do for the others. So here I'm going to drag this one down because it's the same one. This is just a product. And we can see here that if I write products to be toys, then this just says B equals toys. But I'm going to need to change B because toys is in the D column, like that. So that should be working quite well there. We're going to add them all together later on. So let's keep going. Let's just drag this down the whole way along like that. And here we're going to say it is going to differ. So if K5 equals that, then blank. Otherwise, we're going to say quantity minimum is going to be C. And then not equals, we're going to be saying greater than. And then close your speech marks because we don't need the single quotations for that. So this should be enough where I have this number here and C is greater than that. So there are some specific rules when you are looking at numbers and dates. And let's just see if that works. So I'm going to, instead of referring to L3, I'm going to refer to L5, which is that one. And that's where it's bigger than 343. But let's try a higher number like 15,000. And yeah, you can see that it is working, only quantity greater than 15,000. So no speech marks, no single quotations when you are referring to numbers. Dates are a specific thing. Firstly, I'd advise using data validation to set a date like this. Any date will do because that gives you a date picker, which is great for this kind of tool. So if someone writes in the date, then it's going to give us D equals that one. Now, this is not what we need to do for dates. We need to actually format it in a specific way. So I'm going to say if date is greater than, and then you have to write date like that. And then this one, you need that. But here instead of K6, we need to use the text function. And we need to say that this number or date is formatted as, in speech marks, yyyy-mm-dd. This is just how it has to happen for dates and queries. And then we need to join it again with a single quotation, like that. So this is after, and then that's the date. And let's try it again. So let's do L6 here. And it hasn't quite worked because I've still said D, but this needs to be A. You need to make sure that that is kept right. There you go. Now it's doing the right dates. They are after the preset date. If I go a little bit later, the end of the month, then my 2 August dates go away. Perfect. Paid. So here I put in true or false. This is referencing a checkbox. I love checkboxes in Google Sheets. They're so useful. You can get to them by data and data validation and having a checkbox here. We're going to say, well, this one's not too different, except that we don't need the speech marks, the single quotations, sorry, because the true false is evaluated without quotations. So here I'm going to say H, and let's try it again here. So let me say true, and let's say L7, like that. Perfect. So that is working pretty well. Name contains. So here we want to have something that is doing a search instead of something else. So for this one, we have to do contains. So instead of D equals, we're going to say contains. I'm going to change that to E. And then go to L8. Let's see if that works. Perfect. So we've done all of these, but the next part is we're going to combine them into a query. So here I can write, for example, equals TEXTJOIN, and then I'm going to say and. I love the TEXTJOIN function. You write your delimiter in speech marks. I'm going to say space and space. Ignore empty, true. That's very important because if any one of these are not filled in, the whole thing wouldn't return blanks. And then I'm going to have here all of this text. Close my brackets and I get this. So now, if I refer to this one, instead of L8, I'm going to refer to L13. Now, here I have no overlap, so here's what it shows if you have no overlap. Then I can delete some of these rarely occurring ones, and suddenly we have our data based on whatever is in here. Now, I tend to make these gray so you can't really see them very much. Next, we're going to populate the rest of it. So column, here, the column names, I'm just going to use another function equals transpose. I love the transpose function, just kind of goes from rows into columns and vice versa. You can go longer if you need to, and then we'll just do it there. And here you just have to manually write AM till H, not that hard. Then this one, so these are already built. So in here, I'm going to say select, close speech marks, and this, and speech marks. And just so you can see, this can then be the thing that navigates which order we go in. So I can put in G, and as you can see, it changes what this one is. So let's make this a little bit bolder. Cut and paste that so we can see it clearly showing the output there. We're next going to link it to the combination of this. So this formula, I'm going to copy, and then here, I'm going to and where and equal to that. Enter. So it's still kind of working well. Let's not do Austria. Let's do product to be games. Yep, there you go. It's still working pretty well. And now to incorporate the sorting stuff, keep order by, but I'm going to close my speech marks and this one and speech marks, space, speech marks, and the order, descending or ascending. There we go. And ascending will give us that, and it will flip the order. Note that you can sort by absolutely anything. I can sort by date if I want to, and I can sort descending, and that will flip these, as you can see there. So I can delete this then, and I've pretty much done it there. This is what you need to do. As I said, there's way more that you can do with a query function, so if you want more of that information, then you can check out my other query video that I'll link to in the description below. If you like that, then my name is David Benayem, and I have tons of videos on Excel, Google Sheets, Power BI, PowerPoint, Zoom, Teams. If you're using tech at the workplace, then I'm covering videos on my channel. I'm releasing about once a week.